Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you all today? My goodness me, the day is just flying by. It's 1 o'clock already. Good Lord. Anyway, I will tell you what I've been up to after today's bag. So this bag I have had for a little while. It has been in the leather bag lady, not the hospital. I would say the rehab ward. So this is a gorgeous bag. And if you know me, you know what I'm going to say next. I love me some suede. You know how I feel about suede. So this bag is by a company that I can't quite seem to, Maschera. I've done a little bit of Googling. There's lots of bags out there by this brand, but I can't get any history on it. So it's an Italian brand, Italian made. It is this beautiful sage green, olive green suede and leather, and these really cool kind of oval shaped metal accents on the strap. No shoulder or crossbody strap. There really isn't even a ring to put one on. So the only issue this bag has is, and this is why it's been in my rehab ward for the last little while, the piece of thin plastic that they have put between this layer and the lining layer is curling in the corners. So I had it like this with clamps on it. It has straightened it out a little bit. My feeling is one of two things. Once you get your stuff in it, it will keep it flat by proxy. If it really, really drives you crazy, I mean, the interior is in such great condition, I would not open the interior up, but you could put a little slit, pull it out and stitch it back up. I've done that in the past before. If it does drive you nuts, it does move. It's floating in there as I spit everywhere. But it is much better than it was. And it just is curling in this little corner. But I absolutely love this little bag. So I have done measurements from the base, Pauline, learning my lesson. And then I've done a width measurement at the top as well. Quite a short top handle only. It does have a zipper, which I really appreciate. The suede is in fantastic condition. I've dated it probably late 80s. There's no foam pouch. There is your branding, your zipper compartment, and that is about it. There is a little bit of kind of flattening of the nap in the suede, just where these metal pieces are meeting the suede. Same on the other side, but I mean, that's not damage. That's just the way the bag is set up. So a couple of little, yeah, you know what suede is like. Oh, that is a little bit of a, yeah, so just a little bit of a, I will work my leather bag lady magic on that for sure. Yeah, it looks like there's just a little bit of a scuff on there. I will take my eraser and give it a little bit of a going over. But it's a really cute bag. This is my style. I like a bag that opens all the way up. If it was a lighter interior, that would be even better, but it isn't. Like I said, the lining is beautiful condition. It's just a really cool bag all around. It's like it's kind of a fall winter bag, and I will take care of that, whatever that is. I've actually made it worse by scuffing it, but I will deal with it. It will go into my rehab program. So that is today's bag. My apologies for my Shop at the Shed project watchers. The first time I uploaded my episode from the trailer, we got there and I said to Pius, "Oh, I've got to get going with my show," because we took a whole bunch of stuff up to the trailer last night. And then we got chatting with a neighbor across the way. I looked at my watch. I was like, "Holy shitballs, it's 7:30." So I got straight on my phone to upload my Facebook I upload my video to Facebook first. My leather bag lady. Yeah, just leather bag lady. Leather, bag, and lady have their separate words with capitals. If you want to join me on Facebook, by all means, please do. Over an hour it took for that 22-minute video to upload. And then I waited until I got home to do it on YouTube. I just thought, you know what? We're using the Wi-Fi at the trailer, so I'm going to have to rethink that because that is just crazy. So my apologies. I had some really cute bags last night too. But anyway, they're all still there. If you want to jump over to leatherbagLady.com and see what I had to show you last night, by all means do. There will be another Shop at the Shed tomorrow night. And I've just got to get my scheduling and my timing correct because that just is going to drive me nuts. And I will not enjoy my time at the trailer if I am going to be stressed like that every week. So it is a beauty day here today. It got up to 24, 25 degrees at the trailer. Once we got back to Hamilton, it was down by half. The trailer is literally like 50 minutes away. So I don't know what was going on. The mosquitoes at the trailer. Good Lord in heaven. They were insane already. Well, we'll be getting our Ghostbuster contraption out. We bought a fogger at the end of the season last year. Like literally leaf blower on your back, gas powered. And we're going to be fogging like crazy. Pius is like, "I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to have a side hustle." So we'll see. The only thing is the liquid is, it smells like skunk or it smells like garlic. So we will see how we get along. The neighbors are either going to love us or hate us. But what we've decided is that we're going to fog their properties too. So hopefully we all smell like garlic, then nobody will care. But oh my goodness, it was so good to be back there last night. The tip out went out okay. We had to rock it a little bit. If you follow me, if you've been with me since last year, we bought a trailer. And unfortunately, the people who sold it to us did not disclose that there is significant water damage. We found out about it pretty early on because I could smell mold in the bedroom. I have a very mild mold allergy, which I think I've shared with you in the past. And then the wall panels started to bow right off of the structure of the trailer. So we spent a good few months being very angry with ourselves for not checking it more thoroughly and being absolutely furious with the people who sold it to us. Because you know what? We're not people like that, and we will never ever be people like that. But there are people like that out there who will sell you stuff that is damaged and just let you find out. And I'm really glad that we did find out about it as soon as we did, because we were able to kind of, do a little bit of preventative protection even when we were closing the trailer up. And then it became a conversation piece that these people used to tarp the trailer if there was ever rain forecast. And that's how bad it was. So I had a dream the night before that the tip out went out and fell out. And Pius was like, "Great, insurance." I was like, damn. We were kind of hoping we'd get a squirrel chew a tree branch. What is going on with this hair? A tree branch from above us, and we would be able to go, Cumus, something happened with our trailer. But no such luck, but that's okay. We absolutely love it there. We've got a busy weekend. There is a community sale here, but it's supposed to rain. So we've got an appointment at 2:00. on in the other direction. So I think we're just going to stay home and go to that, and then maybe go Saturday night to the trailer. Sunday's the day we're going to start pulling it apart. So we'll get use out of the bedroom for a couple of weeks, and then we're going to I will sleep in the gravity chair because I now know that I can sleep quite comfortably in the gravity chair. Sorry, honey bunny, but yeah, I had such a rough night last night. Pius unfortunately got some bad news about his aunt. His last remaining auntie is palliative, and it could be any day. And this is Aunt Marie. Again, if you follow me regularly, Aunt Marie she's maybe 4 foot nothing, maybe. We stayed with her when I met Pius in May 2022. He took me to Nova Scotia for July long weekend. And the number one reason was to see his aunt, because he knew, I mean, that was a couple of years ago. So he knew that she was getting older. She's in her 90s. She's still living at home, still dragging the huge hose down the driveway to water her plants. She is the archivist for the family. She gave Pius a whole bunch of information about his grandfather in the coal mines in Cape Breton Island for 52 years. And then his father was in the mine, and when it closed down, they ended up moving to Ontario, Brantford specifically. That is where Pius was born. And then back to Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island, New Waterford, between Christmas and New Year. So unfortunately, Pius's dad passed away when he was only 10. So there were, major roots in Cape Breton Island. And if you've never been to Cape Breton Island and you have the chance to go to Cape Breton Island, you need to go. Cabot Trail specifically. And if you're Scottish and you want to know how similar Nova Scotia is to Scotland, just take away the trees. I've never seen so many trees in my life. And it is Scotland. The names are the same. It is amazing. But Pius recently told me Newfoundland is even more beautiful than Nova Scotia. So I'm like, we need to go. So anyway, Pius obviously wanted me to go with him for what will be a funeral imminently, but we can't. We've just gotten back from Dominican. We can't afford for both of us to go. So Pius will more than likely be going on his own unless we can pull a financial rabbit out of a hat. But I've got stuff to do here. I'm back with my clients. Pius gets vacation pay. I do not. So, I've already been away from my job for a week, my part-time job with my clients. And if you're new here, I'm a recreational therapist. That's what I went to university for. So between my little bags and my little bag business and my work with my clients, I've just been doing my receipts for my taxes. I'm a little late, but I've been kind of putting it off. And I did not make a lot of money last year. I didn't think I made a lot of money the year before. I made even less last year. So I don't know. I don't know, could be time to maybe admit to myself that this is a little bit more of a hobby than it is a business. But anyway, I will keep moving forward and, see if we can't make it a little bit more lucrative. I have not done my show circuit since before COVID. I've done a few here and there, but I actually have started booking shows again. I really didn't want to, but I have to, because it is, I went to, here I go again. I can't. Elmhurst Inn. That's it. Elmhurst Inn, kind of between Woodstock and Tillsonburg, here in Ontario, Canada. And it's a group of quilters that I visit every year. And I had a great day yesterday. It was so nice to see all these ladies. And it was a good day, made a few dollars. So that's always a good thing. But they invite me to stay for lunch. And it's always, maybe this is my 7th year with them. So, and I will continue as long as they will have me. I've got it kind of down pat now, the bags that they like. They like a smaller bag, which makes sense. As we get older, we don't want to be carrying heavy stuff. And, actively looking to pick up more nylon bags, lighter bags. They are cheaper. They are, the good brands are not that much cheaper. I mean, in the past, I've seen Kipling, Travelon, Pack Safe, Le Sport Sac. There was one other one, I think. Le Sport Sac, Travelon. There's one other brand, I can't think of it at the moment. They are quite expensive. They're expensive to buy in the store, and they are, I mean, these thrift stores, I mean, if you watch Miss Philly regularly, she has regular rants about the staff at the thrift stores, but it's got nothing to do with them. They have a list of brands that, I mean, I went to the Value Village in St. Catharines here in Ontario on Tuesday. St. Catharines, in my opinion, my experience, has always been the most expensive outlet of Value Village that I go to. They had leather bags on their rack, $34. So to be honest, I'm kind of preparing myself to maybe branch out a little bit. As you know, you've heard me talk about it forever. You know, my tassels, my straps, just like the Shop at the Shed project. How long did I talk about that before I actually did it? But it may get down to the fact that I'm going to be forced to do it. And yeah, I'm not quite sure how life is going to move forward, just because, you know, when you look at your income kind of statement in black and white, and it is not great. But I love it so much. And I mean, I must say, you know, I love my husband to death, but my financial footprint with him is a lot bigger than it was without him. Just because I'm doing more, and I'm, you know, we're involved in more things. And of course I want to contribute, but I just don't have the extra to contribute. So my debt's kind of gone up, and, you know, wah. But we all have these issues, right, folks? I mean, that's, you know, we're not getting into specific dollar amounts. Obviously, that's a little too personal, but I don't mind sharing with you that it's a struggle. And, you know, we tend to, I mean, as a thrifter, and I think I've joined a couple of thrifting groups lately, and from the looks of it, we all have the same disease. So I have made a commitment that I am not going to be doing any thrifting now for a few months, just because I can't. And when I took that month off, or the month and a bit off for Lent, I ended up taking 4 or 5 bags out of my storage unit, which I am hopefully going to be able to get rid of soon, because that's a monthly expense that I really can't afford either. But now that I've done the shows, I mean, I've got shows booked every Thursday for all of May, all of June. I think I've got one appointment still left in June, and now I'm booking into July, August, September, October, and then I will cut it off in November. Pretty well the trailer park season is when I will be out and about. I mean, I've done a few shows. They're not canceled because of outbreaks or anything like that. And that's really what's happening in the winter months, is the COVID is not out. It is out and about more than you can imagine, but we just don't hear about it anymore. It wasn't last year, it was the year before. So it was a couple of years ago. We were at Art Crawl, which is happening next week. They've decided to keep the road. They've decided to close the street for the event. They did a pilot project last year. It wasn't a good thing for me. I found that people, instead of coming down the sidewalk, were just going down the middle of the road, which meant they weren't passing my table. And, you know, it's a 10, 12, 13-hour day for a couple of $100. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that as of yet, because I'm usually there at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm there till 9, 10 o'clock at night. So anyway, I digress. What the heck was I talking about? So these events are here. They are, you know, they're good money earners for me. And I just need to do my finances a little bit differently, I think. Or I need to go back to work, which, I mean, I increased my hours with my clients, which was January, February, March, I was like 4 days a week. That's now gone back down to 2. So I don't know. I'm a little bit, mixed up about it, but I will figure it out because I always do. And that's about it. You bet your sweet Fanny, I am going to be spending some time on the deck today. And I must say, we did not make the time. We did not sit in the sun in Dominican, like maybe for half an hour or something. But I have gotten more sun on my deck here than or the sun has been more effective. Maybe that's not the right word. Sitting in the sun for me I know it's controversial because obviously it is not good for your skin. I do wear sunscreen, and it is just thinking time for me. And I've got a lot of things to think about. Did not have a good night last night. Neither did Pius. Thinking about his aunt and just couldn't get comfortable. And I was itchy everywhere last night. I don't know. So off the sheets came this morning, in the wash. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what's going on. But it is starting to warm up in my house. So we'll have to put the air conditioning units in the window soon. I've been doing some cleaning. Just be getting a whole bunch of stuff done. So hopefully that is all that we can kind of handle right now. We're just waiting for that phone call, and it's never a good thing, is it? I'm sure everybody's experienced it to some degree. I haven't had a lot of loss in my immediate family. I have a very, very small family. I had 2 aunts that passed away in the last 2 years, but they lived in Scotland, and I, obviously I knew them, spent time with them. Either they came to Canada or we went over there, but I didn't really have, regular birthdays and Christmases and New Year's and Easters and things. We don't even do Thanksgiving in the UK. So, anyway, just a little bit reflective. These family situations make you reflect, right? On, what you're doing and how effective you are doing it and whether you should be doing it or not. So anyway, that will be it for me today. Tomorrow is a Shop at the Shed day, so I will not be doing an Etsy posting tomorrow, but hopefully I'll be a little better with my Shop at the Shed posting tomorrow. Anyway, everybody, have a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you on Monday. Bye.